Okay. So, I know you're recording me.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. I know you're.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you're recording me.
Okay, I'll turn it off.
Are you still recording?
No.
Okay, I believe
All right,
you.
so I don't know anything about Cornell Notes. So tell me about Cornell Notes.
So Cornell Notes is basically. Oh, I thought I saw something. Cornell Notes is basically a way to take notes in order, like a extremely orderly fashion. So they're designed to fit in with whatever you have, like an assignment or anything. They're designed to fit in there.
Okay.
So basically, you'll have one column, and you'll write down the topic. And then, but it's a small column. It's not a big column. It's a small column, and you just write down the topic.
Okay.
Then the rest of the page over is for your notes and for the key details.
Okay, so notes, is that all in one? Notes and key details are all one column?
So, so basically it's like this. You'll have, so let's say this is the top of the sheet of paper. You'll draw like a line there and like label the class and notes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll draw a
Okay.
line down like that. And then right here, you'll put the topic.
Okay.
And as you go, you'll put more topics down here.
Okay.
And you'll draw a line across. So then you'll put, like for each topic, you'll write down notes,
Okay.
draw a line, and then if there's a different topic, you draw more notes.
Okay, so we just
Like
talked about
that.
hockey, right?
Yeah.
So the topic in hockey, if the topic was, the players, the number of players on the rink. So the topic I might put players. I don't know, whatever the topic is, like players.
Yeah, you put players.
And then over to the right of that, anything that I learned, I would put.
Yeah, anything you learned about players.
Okay.
And then let's say we moved on to ruling. You'd put rules down here, and then you'd write notes down about rules.
Okay.
And then keep going on and on and on until, the end of the class or end of the video.
That's good. I like that. So it's similar to the 2 and 3 column notes.
Yeah.
It's just laid out a little bit differently. And then if you're talking about players early on and you start talking about rules, but then you go back to players, I can put information here because that's where my topic is. Now, do you save space to do a summary somewhere?
Usually, it depends what type of class you're doing. For civics, you would definitely use civics or math. You'd use up the entire page or science. But if you're doing language arts or you're doing PE or stuff like that, reviewing for your test, usually there won't be that much information, so you'll have a space down at the bottom to write a summary.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, math, you just flip the page over and then title it summary,
Mm-hmm.
and then write a summary beneath it.
Okay, very good. So, do you use this?
Yeah. Yes and no. I'll use it when I wouldn't say have to. I mostly use it in Avid and Math. Otherwise, I like to use the 3 column notes.
Okay, but do you take notes in all of your classes every day?
Not every day, because sometimes we just have she tells us the assignment and then we have to go in and do stuff. But I usually take notes when the teacher has something to say about an assignment or we're doing an assignment with her.
Okay.
So if the teacher's teaching,
Jonah. 12:06.
so if the teacher's teaching something for a new math way, then I would take notes down in class.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's just saying, okay, here you go do this, there's a video on it, then I wouldn't take notes in class. I knew you were recording that whole entire time.
So I want to know, Taylor, how do you think, could we do a challenge? And for one whole week, 5 school days, could you choose to take notes in one format or the other for every class? Even if it's just a small amount. I mean, if there's no learning, then of course you would just write, there was no teaching today. But just a challenge. Could we do that? Get you a notebook for each class, date it each day, take notes, and just see, does that change anything for you when you're studying and when you're taking your tests, if it helps you in any way?
Yeah, I can do that. But if the teacher asks me to like take it in a different type of note, of course I'm gonna have to do that.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you can do it whatever way that, if the teacher tells you to take a note a specific way, and if they don't, then you do it whatever way you prefer.
Yeah,
I don't care which way you do it.
Yeah, most teachers, they won't like tell you which way to take notes. They'll just say take notes on this.
So it's whatever you like the best.
Mhm.
Okay. So can we do that?
Sure.
Okay. Take a bow.
No.
Wave.